Today we're doing a story time. I'm giving you casual. Have on a sweatshirt I stole from my father. Didn't go there, none of us did, but we're gonna wear it. It's cute. Alright. Thumbnail. Okay, that's enough. I think these are vegan. So let's get it. What is all this stuff back there? Yikes. Thank you, space. Thank you, space. Oh gosh. No more. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm going to be doing a story time about the time I first got locked up. First time going to jail, whatever. Okay. Alright, that was just so much happening. Alright, so first time, I have 10 minutes left before I get picked up. So let's do a quick story time. So, this was maybe when I was like 17 or 18. I'm gonna say 17. I was on my way to work. At the time, I was working at a bakery inside an Asian supermarket. How typical, right? I was with my ex-boyfriend at the time. Oh, my battery's dying. I was with my ex and he was taking me to work. So it's like 8 a.m. or whatever, right? So I'm late, and so he's speeding, but he's super speeding. He going like a 50 and a 20, and just our luck, sirens. Sirens. Let's make sure I have another battery. I'm so pissed if this is not charged. So the cop pulls us over because he's super speeding, okay? So here we are getting pulled over, and at this time it was a mess, okay? I'm late to work. It's 8:15. I'm supposed to be there at maybe 8:15. And oh gosh, you know, the first thing the cop does when you get pulled over is ask for your ID. So my ex at the time, he didn't have his ID on him. So and they'll be in his car. Let's say they're rolling up marijuana or whatever. Like there would be little crumbs, or you know, his car wasn't really clean. He had stuff in there. We didn't have nothing on us. But so they decided to search the car, and he's like, yeah, because he was taking me to work. We didn't have anything on us. I didn't have anything on me. And so he searches the car. It's two cops. It's 8 a.m. and I'm late to work, and they're doing this whole fiasco. And so the second cop, freaking douchebag, he takes out a tweezer, and I'm like, what in the world? Tell me why. He took out a tweezer, picked up a 0.5, half of 1 gram, puts it in a Ziploc bag. And I guess it's this rule where if no one claims for it, whoever's in arm's reach of the product, you can be accountable as possession. So they go and lock both of us up. So at this point, the battery pack I was charging was already close to charging, so it didn't seem like it was charged, but it was. Let's see. Anyways, my ride is 5 minutes away, and this is becoming really rushed. Oh my goodness. If I do that one more time. So I guess it's in possessions length or whatever, right? Hot. And so he tells us to turn around. I forgot, it all happened so quick, but he basically was arresting us. What is going on? That's not even ours. Okay, at this point I'm like, do I get a phone call? I'm supposed to be on my way to work, officer. Here I am calling my Korean manager. I was working for a Korean lady, and this is just a mess, honestly. And I'm like, hey, I can't really make it in right now. Oh, okay, in 30 minutes? And I'm like, no, I don't, something came up. Okay, 1 hour, come here at 11. Because I think at the time, technically, they needed my help. So it was like, just come in. It's only like one other person working. Hey, come in half day. And I'm like, I don't think. And she was like, what? And I'm like, I don't. Because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know if I was, what was happening. I just know that I was getting locked up. So I was like, okay. So click, hang up the phone. He called his dad to get him to pick up the car because we were getting locked up. And me and his father did not always have the best relationship. Let's just say that. And so prior to that, it was this whole thing that happened, and he was telling me how to make sure I keep his son out of trouble and all these things and da 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 da. So here he is pulling up, and he's looking at me, like looking at us, like what's going on? Like, I knew it, I told you guys. And we're like, duh, we're just like, we don't even know, okay? I didn't even know. It's about to be here, and look at how much I have left. Okay, that's the tea. And so at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh. So here we are going, da da da. Don't even remember we had conversation in the back seat, but we get there, and the moment we get to the whatever orientation, main cell, something, taking people in, cell, bail bond area, jail, my bad, jail. It was this thing where the females automatically couldn't talk to the males. So where's a napkin when you need one? They're outside. We get there and we're waiting to be called. It's like 3 other guys being locked up at the same time with my ex, and I'm the only female being locked up at that 8:30 in the morning. Like, come on, are you serious? So we're each waiting for us to get our bails or whatever you call it. You know, I'm just like, calls me up, and I think she tells me my bail, and so you get a phone call. So I do my phone call, and I'm like, I called my sister, and I was like, hey, I got locked up, like, I think I need bail money or something like that. You know, she tells me, you know, we don't got money, you know, the family doesn't have money, sorry. Like, that's basically what happened. She was like, sorry. And I was like, okay. So at this point, I'm just like, all right, I'm just making the situation what I can, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna be in jail, I'm gonna be here until my court date. Obviously, I cannot even talk to him, so I'm like, that's it. Yeah, we're gonna have to pause this, okay? I look so crazy at this point. By the way, it was okay, the movie. So basically at this point, I already knew what the situation was. I was just gonna have to, you know, be in jail. Yeah, I'm in the waiting cell, and I'm there for like 6 hours, from like 8 a.m. to like 4 or 5 p.m. I'm just in the cell all by myself. They bring me a little breakfast, I mean a plate for food, because I haven't eaten all day long. At the time I was eating meat, and so yeah, so it was like a cornbread or cake thingy, I forgot, and some flavored packets that's like Kool-Aid but not. It's just like one bologna sandwich, like the sandwich, and have one thin deli slice. That's it. I was like, what? But you know, I ate it. I ate all of it because I was starving. We are getting transported, and you know, you go through the whole thing. They had made me do all this squat stuff. I was like, oh my gosh. And they direct me to like these 4 women who were like handling bringing out breakfast to everyone. Oh, and it's like a milk or something. Or maybe I'm wrong. Sorry, I'm still. I got in at like 5:30, so that was it. That one dinner that I had as my first meal was it. That was like dinner for the rest of the day, and I was like, what the f? Give me like a basket full of things or something, I think. Shoes, some big shoes, like big shoes. And they told me to go to my cell, 2nd floor. So I go in this stairway thing, and here I am struggling with this box of things. Or am I mixing this with orange and black? Get up there and I go in into my cell, and my cellmate, she's like crying. Gosh, what is the situation? Wow, it's crazy. How does this actually happen? I was blessed to have a normal cellmate, like violating probation, but she was cool. Violate probation, you don't get to get bailed out until your court date. But I thought I wasn't gonna go out to my court date anyway. Here I am like, oh gosh. So they let us out for like an hour of the free time thing. So here we are out. And I remember we was in there in the kitchen, the cafeteria, whatever. This old lady walking around, like they was telling me how she like had bandages here because she was like trying to like cut herself before. It's like, oh no. Gave us an hour, whatever. Then we go right back into our cells, and me and her was just getting acquainted. And next thing we know, before they shut off the lights, freaking they take her, they come in the cell and said that she just got moved to the next unit. I was like, what the fuck? So they let her go, and here I am now with my bunk at the bunk bed on the bottom, and I'm just laying there and underneath this thin sheet. And through the toilets, it's so weird. You can like hear them talking to each other, like the men on whatever other side of the jail. It's just loud, and you hear like the females talking back, and they just basically having a whole conversation through the toilets. And I'm laying here shook. I guess I cried. So here I am, boo-hoo, slump. Out of nowhere, I hear, and it's like when the cells gates open or close, it's like loud. It's like doom, 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 doom. Like, I'm like, what? So out of nowhere, I hear mine open. It's like doom. And I look over in my little itty bitty blanket, and it's a man. He's like, come with me. Like, you've been bailed out. And at this point, I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. So here we are at this like door before they give us our clothes to change in this like unit. I looked at him, and he wore glasses at the time. So when I seen him without his glasses, it was like they really stripped us. Basically, his father bailed me out. That was the only way I got out. So here we are getting bailed out, and it's like 1:30 a.m. right now. And they turn off the lights maybe at like 9 or 10. I walk out and I see his like parents, and I'm like, awkward. And the rest was history. So that was basically my story time of my first time going to jail. It was quick, and I would never hope to go back again, obviously. Yeah, I feel like this story time was so long. This is my first video really, so hopefully it was good. See you guys next time.